Okay, we're here to show you the new cable wrap system operator interface. The operator interface has three main modes of operation: run mode, setup mode, and adjust mode. We'll start off with setup mode. I'll press my setup button one time, takes me into setup mode, shows me job number 5 has a length of 250 inches and a quantity of 4. I can use my scroll buttons to scroll up and down through the various jobs one at a time, or I can press and hold the scroll button and it will scroll through one job every half a second, or I can press the change job push button and go directly to a specific job, in this case job number 2. This shows that job number 2 has a length of 175 inches and a quantity of 4. I can change that by pressing change length or change quantity. If I press change length, it asks for a new length. I can say 180 inches, enter. And it now asks me for a quantity. I can put in a new quantity if I want to. It takes me back to the length, or I can hit escape, and it now shows that job 2 has a length of 180 inches and a quantity of 3. You can put in all the batches you want to, up to a total of 45 batches, and each batch can have a total quantity of up to 45 pieces. You can put in a batch with a quantity of 0, and what this will do is when it gets to job number 4, the machine will go into a hold mode and will not run until you advance to job number 5, which in this case has a length of 250 inches and a quantity of 4. If I press my escape button, it will take me back to run mode. It shows job number 1 with a length of 225 inches and that I've cut 0 pieces out of a total quantity of 2. I can use my scroll buttons just like I did in setup mode for selecting different job numbers. I can press and hold the scroll buttons to scroll through the various jobs. I can press the change job button to go directly to a job. Job number 1, 225 inches, quantity is 0 of 2. Now let's say I want to change the number of pieces I've already cut. I can say change quantity. It'll ask me for a new quantity. I can say 1. It now says that I've cut 1 out of 2. Or I can change that back to 0 if I want to. While I'm in run mode, I can press my change length push button, and this will show me the actual measured length versus what it was set to cut. In this case, we were cutting 174 inches long. We're now going to be running 225 inches. If I press my setup adjust button twice, it takes me into adjust mode. In adjust mode, I use my scroll buttons to scroll between the various adjustment functions. The first one that will come up is the first measure distance, and that is the distance from the cable cutoff to the first wrapper station. If I advance, it takes me to my second measure distance, and that is the distance from the cable cutoff to the rewind station. If I press my scroll button again, it gives me my length compensation, and I can punch in a new length compensation if I want to. Shows the new length compensation. Press my scroll down button again and it shows me the jog speed, and I can change that if I want to. Press escape button again, it takes me back to run mode. In run mode, I can press my change length button like I said before, and it will show the actual measured length. I can reset that, and as we start measuring, it will actually show how far it's measured at any given time. Here you see that we've measured up to our first wrapper station. I press my feed start button again. It's going to measure up to the 120 inches that was set for the second measurement. That gets the cable out to the rewind station. At this point, I press my feed start button again, and it will measure out to about 225 inches. If I press my escape button, it now shows that I've cut a quantity of 1 out of 2. If I go through that sequence again, I'll show that running. We've gone to the 48 inches. Now we're going to the 120 inch mark again. Now we're going to measure out to 225. And as it finishes measuring to 225, you will see advance to job number 2 because it finishes job number 1 out. And there you see job number 2 ready to run. That's pretty much it.